what did I do that worked and what did I do that didn't work, and apply that knowledge to the next situation. If you've got something, let it rip.
I'm never going to do this again.
Everybody grapples with this idea that you're really a fraud.
Like, I'm alive.
And that's when it clicked with me. And I thought, these are not superheroes. These are just men that can do super things.
This is Matt Del Negro, and you are listening to the new stripped down 10,000 No's. Today's episode was ripped directly from one of my Working Actors Community Zooms, where I've been mentoring actors since 2021. If you want to find out how you can become a part of this community, stick around to the end.
What we do here is go back.
Yeah, I was away for, it's this annual golf trip that I've done with Deirdre's father, and his brothers have done it for 45 years, which is pretty cool. And I'm not a golfer, really. I can golf, but not that well, although I did play pretty well this weekend for me. And so that is a whole other thing to talk about in terms of like applying it to other things. But the thing I was so, kind of like taken with on this is that 45 years of putting into something like for family, like no matter what, through thick and thin, even except for COVID, the COVID year, they've done it every year. And it's kind of incredible. I'm like, man, and it was like 32 guys, age range from like 80 down to like 27. And there's something, again, about that consistency. And there's also something about, I'm always like, I don't like golf. But it's like, it's not really about the golf as much as it's about it is kind of about family. And then there's family, friends, and recurring people. And then, the golf part of it, I actually I came in with, I really don't play. The last time I played was like 2 years ago, because I was in Vienna last year. I missed it. And then I played maybe one round between 2 years ago and now. So I'm really not good. But I was so low expectations, and my mindset was kind of like, well, just like hit a bad shot. All right. And it's what they call a scramble. So you use your partner's shot anyway. So I'm not carrying the team. I'm the worst of the two people. But it had a lot to do with like what we've been talking about lately of just observing. Last week we talked about untethered soul, and it was kind of interesting to take that conversation and apply it to golf. And instead of being like, I didn't hit it where I wanted to hit it, it's like you're observing yourself doing that. And you're like, okay, new slate. Let's see what happens next time up. And there's just all these parallels for life of when you have a good day, you have a bad day, you have a good audition, you have a bad audition. There's really no sense in hanging on to it. It's hard to do this, but there's no sense in hanging on to it other than to just observe it and kind of analyze, well, what did I do that worked and what did I do that didn't work, and apply that knowledge to the next situation, whatever it may be. And then even coming back today after being gone for 5 days, noticing the mindset of like, okay, it's kind of like re-entering the atmosphere, walking the dogs again, doing all these things that like my family was taking care of while I'm gone, and then going like, okay, I'm back up in action. I have an audition. How do I get back into it? And then also give myself grace of like, for example, I went to the gym, but I knew I had limited time because I had to make the audition. By the time I got everything done, I was just like, okay, this is going to be a really, by normal criteria, a terrible and quick workout, but I'm there versus not there. And so I was just kind of like, okay, well, that's good. It'll be something. I'll get my blood moving. Not going to be incredible, but it's something. All right, that's it. If you dug this clip enough that you want to become a part of this community, just go to 10,000nos.com to join. In the meantime, thank you for listening or watching. We're glad you're here. And remember, failure is just opportunity in disguise. You can flip the script and make your setbacks serve you. See you next time.